Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, some technical problems of recording of the lecture is coming. So may I request to all of you, don't make any changes or don't click any button, because if somebody is clicking the button, the disturbances are to be arises in the lecture. Okay. So today we are going to start the new topic of accountancy and financial management, that is conversion of partnership firm into limited company. So from the last 2-3 weeks, we are continued only the management accounting topics, and I have initially told you that when the levels of both the subjects becomes equal, then I will start the financial accounting, that is subject. So two topics of accountancy and financial management we have already completed, that is the final accounts of partnership firm, and another is amalgamation of partnership firm. So the new topic, that is conversion of partnership firm into limited company, that we can start today. But before that, I am saying very important thing is that the amalgamation of partnership firm and the conversion of partnership firm into limited company, the both topics are very closely similar, closely related with each other. And that is why whatever may be the problems I have taken on the amalgamation of partnership firm, that problems, I think 5-6 problems, whatever may be completed. Again, we can repeat the same process or same procedure in the conversion of partnership firm into limited company. So the very important or the basic information I want to give you to that the amalgamation of partnership firm and the conversion of partnership firm into limited company are the similar procedures, similar processes, and similar things which are to be there in the accounting process. So now I am going to discuss with the PPT. So can you see in my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the heading or title of our new topic, conversion of partnership firm into limited company. Just when we are studied the final accounts of the partnership firm and the amalgamation of the partnership firm, we have studied the basic things of partnership business. So what is partnership business? What are the important features of partnership firms? How the business is to be run? And in the case of amalgamation, what type of procedures, accounting treatments that are to be completed in the amalgamation of partnership firm, which accounts are to be prepared, how the accounts are closed, how the PC is to be calculated. All these things we have studied in detail. So in the conversion of partnership firm into limited company, the question may arise why the partnership firm can be converted into limited company, because a partnership firm has certain limitations. Some basic features or some basic concepts of the partnership firms are: there is a limited capital in the partnership firm, because two or three persons or partners are come together and having their limited capital with them. Then unlimited liability. The partners are having unlimited liability means when the losses are arises in the partnership firm on large basis or huge basis, at that time the private property of the partners can also come into danger. And that is why the liability of the partners is unlimited. It is not limited to whatever capital may be invested in the partnership firm. But beyond that, if any person is having his own bungalow, his own land, his own other properties, that properties can also be come into danger if the losses are arises in the partnership firm. And that is why unlimited liability is there in the partnership business. Then another limitation of the partnership firm is inadequate management skill. The partners, those who are entering into partnership firm, basically they are having some knowledge, but everything is not expert, that is all round. And that is why some partners may are not having the adequate management skill, and then the problem of the management of the partnership firm can also be arises. So it is also not possible through the partnership firm business to do the business on large scale basis. Some limitations are come on the partnership firm. Business is to be not at higher level or a large scale level. It is medium or small type of business. And because of all these limitations, it becomes necessary to the partnership firm that they can change the form of organization. So changing of form of organization means they can convert their partnership firm into the limited company. And one of the most important, that is option before the partnership firm, is to select the joint stock company under which the suitable large scale business can also be run by them. So partnership firm can be converted into the limited company. Now limited company and private company is different. Private company, public limited company, that are the concepts which are different from each other. But for going to the public limited company, the partnership firm can be converted into private limited company, that is known as joint stock company. So when we are considering that partnership firm can be converted into limited company, at that time the conversion may be, it refers to sale of business to company. That means the partners are decided to sell the business of the partnership firm to the another limited company, or sometimes the existing limited company can purchase the business of the partnership firm. So these are the two ways in which the partnership firm is to be converted. The sale of business is to be there to the limited company, and sometimes the purchase of partnership firm is done by the existing company on the particular day. So this is the conversion of partnership firm into limited company. Means if you want to expand the business, you want to develop the business, you want to more capital, you want to large scale manufacturing or activities, then ultimately the partnership firm has some limitations, and to overcome these limitations, to remove the limitations of the partnership business, the partnership firm can be converted into limited company. So what the activities are to be done with the conversion? So problems to be deal with is valuation of assets. So when the partnership firm is converted into limited company, at that time the problem or issue arises that valuation of asset is to be there, how the assets are to be valued, then how the PC is to be determined, how the disposal of assets and liabilities which are not to be taken over by the limited company, then how the PC is to be settled, the payment is to be made, then distribution of shares, cash and debentures which may be received from limited company among the partners. So all the issues are to be there, but these are to be resolved or solved by making the discussions with the limited company and between the partners. So when the partnership firm is converted into limited company, then both the limited company and the partners, all partners of the partnership firm, they can have the dialogues with them. They can have the meetings with them. In one meeting or in one, we can say, dialogue, the settlement is not to be possible. So 3-4 meetings and all is to be determined very well, and then the partnership firm can be converted into limited company. So this is the process wherein the partners are getting more opportunity. They can invest more by taking the amounts or cash from the public also, by issue of shares, by issue of debentures, by other sources of funds they can use. So these are the, we can say, most important things, because the partnership firm has limited limitations in the business, but in conversion of partnership into limited company, at that time they can have the big playground, big opportunities, big markets, large scale production is also possible, and that is why the conversion is to be done by the partners in the due course of the time. So what are the benefits of conversion? Just I have told you, many, we can say, limitations are to be removed because of the conversion of partnership firm into limited company. But some of the important benefits or advantages of conversion of partnership firm into business, that is limited company, is assets and liabilities becomes the assets and liabilities of the company. So whatever may be the assets and liabilities of partnership firm, that can becomes the assets and liabilities of the company. So automatically this process is to be completed. No stamp duty is required. Now in the case of conversion of partnership firm into limited company, the government or the laws or the acts, they can give the permission to convert the partnership firm into business easily, and no payment of stamp duty to the government is made. So this is also the saving of the partnership firm and well as the limited company, that they are not paying any stamp duty to the government. Then just I have told you, whatever may be the properties of partnership firm are to be automatically transferred to limited company. So properties transfer automatically, that is also one of the advantages. Again, no capital gain tax is charged like a stamp duty. If you are having the valuation of assets and assets value is to be increased, at that time the capital gain tax is also imposed by the government, also laid down by the government. But if the partnership firm is converted into limited company, that capital gain tax is also not to be charged by the government. So it is one of the, we can say, opportunity given by the government that you can convert your partnership firm into limited company, because of which the industries, the business organizations that can be developed, that can be expanded, and that is the concession, or we can say some facilities are given by the government to the partnership firm. So capital gain tax. Now capital gain tax is imposed on if the value of asset is increased. Say for example, before 10 years, whatever may be the building is to be built up by the partnership firm. At that times, if 2-3 crores of, we can say, amount is invested, then after 10 years, it can be doubled, it can be tripled, and accordingly, 3 crores, whatever may be the value of building, that becomes now 10 crores or like that. But on increasing 7 crores capital, there may not be any tax which is charged by the government. Again, another benefit is goodwill and brand value kept intact. There is no any effect on goodwill and brand of the particular partnership firm as well as the particular limited company. It remains as it is. No changes, no any, we can say, loss or difficulties are to be arises in the goodwill and brand value of the partnership firm as well as the limited company. Then whatever may be the losses with the partnership firm, that is to be considered as the losses of the limited company. So if the partnership firm is to be converted into limited company, many times there are huge losses with the partnership firm. But whatever may be the losses are with the partnership firm, that are to be become the losses of the company after the conversion. So another benefit, or we can say advantage, that losses of partnership firm can become the losses of limited company. Then limited liability. If the partners are become now shareholders in the limited company, their unlimited liability can be become limited liability. That means their private property is not come into danger. They are only liable to pay the amount what they have invested in the shares or what they have contributed for the capital. So another property is not come into danger and they become the limited liability shareholders. Again, the expansion becomes easy. In the partnership business, various limitations, various drawbacks, various disadvantages, various again problems are to be there, but these are to be automatically resolved and the expansion of big business can become be very easy and development. Now in the case of partnership firm, if their turnover is 5 crores, 10 crores in a particular year, this is the example, it becomes 50, 40, 30 crores in a particular financial year. So that is also the expansion becomes easy in the limited liability company. Then funds are available from banks and financial institutions. In the case of partnership firm, the banks and financial institutions are not providing that much loans or capital funds to the partnership firm. But when the partnership firm is converted into limited company, then the banks, financial institutions, many other private money lenders, they are easily made available the finance or the funds that is available to the limited company. Because limited company, now my members are increasing, shareholders are increasing, and that is why there is no any loss to the financial institutions and banks when they are providing the huge loans or funds to the limited company. Then capital is to be widened, increasing of capital is there. If the 3-4 crores of capital is with the partnership firm, then it becomes 20 crores, 25 crores, whatever may be. So capital winded is also possible in the limited company. Then again, company gets legal status. The partnership firm business is having the legal status sometimes. That is not that much, we can say, bigger or that much understandable. But in the case of company, if you are established the company, then the partners status is also increased. The status due to legal entity that is to be there in the limited company. So this is the conversion of partnership firm into limited company, and that is the process which is to be completed by the partnership firm. Then another page, same procedures are to be there. Whatever may be the different types of things which are to be completed by the partnership firm and another existing company to convert it. Then the determination of PC, how the PC is to be determined, fixed, that is to be again discussed with the limited company and the partners basically. So purchasing of company, that is purchasing company acquires assets and liabilities of the partnership firm. Whatever may be the assets, whatever may be the liabilities that are to be held by the purchasing company, and in exchange of that, some amount is paid by limited company to the partnership firm, and that is agreed price which is called as purchase consideration. So if the limited company pays certain amount to the partnership firm in exchange of the assets and liabilities, that value or that amount is known as the purchase consideration. So in the amalgamation of partnership firm, we are discussed what are the methods of calculation of PC. So 3 methods of calculation of PC we have discussed in the amalgamation of partnership firm. Same methods are there in the conversion of partnership firm into limited company. So first method is net asset method. Under this method, we are knowing that whatever may be the assets and liabilities taken over by the new company or the limited company at a revised value, not the book value. Some assets are taken at book value, but some assets are taken at revised value, that is to be taken into consideration in the net asset method. So revised value of plant and machinery, land and building, furniture and picture, whatever may be the assets are there which are revalued and which are not revalued, that is to be taken at book value. That is net assets less net liabilities, which are to be again they are given, and the PC is to be calculated according to the net asset method. So sundry assets, that is the revised value or book value, minus the liabilities which are to be taken over by the limited company, that amount is deducted, and whatever may be the amount which remains there, that is known as amount of PC. So another method is net payment method. Under this method, the calculation of PC is done, but how the PC is to be settled, how the payment is to be made, that is why this method is known as net payment method. Under this method, The PC is paid in the form of cash. It is also paid in the form of debentures. It also to be paid in the form of shares. Likewise. So, what type of method of payment is used? Cash, debentures, shares, and all other things. That is why this method is known as net payment method. And the third one is lump sum method. In the lump sum method, the amount of PC is already given in the problem. We are not calculating any amount of PC. So, if the ABC partnership firm is converted into AB Limited, at that time, AB Limited can pay the amount 10 crores, 5 crores to the ABC partnership firm. That amount of PC is known as lump sum method, and the amount paid by the limited company to the partnership firm. So this is the methods of calculation of PC. In the amalgamation, we have already considered it. Again, same methods are to be repeated here, and the PC is to be calculated. Then the accounting procedure. When the partnership firm is to be converted into limited company, that in the books of partnership firm, old partnership firm, the accounting procedure is opening of realization account, then partners capital account, partners current account, then purchasing company account, cash or bank account, preference shares, debentures, equity shares account. So likewise, all these accounts are to be opened in the books of the old firm in the accounting procedure. So we have studied when the realization account is opened, then what is the procedure of recording the various types of things to the realization account. At that time, we have seen that all the assets are to be transferred to the realization account at book value. So book value is very important. When the realization account is opened, the first step is to transfer the assets to the realization account at book value. So we are making the entry at that time in the amalgamation of partnership firm that realization account debit to sundry assets. The sundry assets, land and building, plant and machinery, debtors, bills receivables. So all the assets which are to be recorded at book value. Then sundry liabilities are transferred to the realization. Then the entry is made, sundry liabilities account debit to realization account. So on the credit side of the realization account, we are recording by sundry liabilities, creditors, bills payables, bank overdraft. So other liabilities which are to be there, that are to be recorded on the credit side of the realization account under the head by sundry liabilities. Then amount of PC is transferred. The third step in the amalgamation of partnership firm, we have seen that PC is to be recorded on the credit side of realization account. On the credit side of realization account, we are mentioned there by new firm or the new company account into bracket amount of PC, whatever may be. And then we are preparing the purchasing company account, and on the purchasing company account or the new company account, we can simultaneously, if we are recorded by new firm account on the credit side of the realization account, then we are recording purchase company account debit side to realization account. So one is credited, another is automatically debited. Then cash account, bank account, that we are recorded. Then some things are very important in the realization account is if some assets are not taken over by the new company, then that assets are taken over by the partners. So if any asset is taken over by the partner, at that time we are making the entry partners capital account debit to realization account. Partners capital account debit to realization account. So on the credit side, we are recording by partners capital into bracket asset taken over, and the simultaneous effect, another effect is to be shown to the partners capital account debit side to realization account, that is asset taken over. And if the assets are sold, not taken over by the new firm as well as not taken over by the partner, then that assets are to be sold. At that time, we are making the entry in the amalgamation that bank account debit into bracket assets sold, whatever may be the amount is received, that is to be recorded. And to the bank account, we are recording on the debit side to realization account into bracket assets sold, that is credit and debit again. Now, if the liabilities are not taken over by the new company, also partner is not taken over, that then that liability is to be discharged by making the payment. At that time, we are recording realization account debit to bank into bracket liability paid, and likewise. So these are the similar things. These are the usual things which are to be in the amalgamation of partnership firm and in the conversion of partnership firm into limited company. So these are the accounts which are to be there. These are to be closed one by one. And the other thing is very important in the accounting treatment is that transfer accumulated losses. Now, accumulated losses means whatever may be the losses of given in the balance sheet. That is, profits are there, general reserve, capital reserve, that are to be transferred to the partner's capital account. So transfer assets, transfer liabilities, then recording PC. This just I have told you what is to be done in the realization account. Then assets sold, asset taken over by partners, liabilities discharged means sold, and liabilities taken over, etc. All are to be there in the amalgamation of partnership firm as well as conversion of partnership firm into a limited company. So very, we can say similar type of accounting treatments are there, similar procedures are there, only the name is changed. Instead of amalgamation of partnership firm, here the name is to becomes conversion of partnership firm into a limited company. So other procedures are again similar. So again I will come back. So in short, when we are going to have some problems on the okay, sorry. Now you are listening? Are you audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the back end, some processes when completed, at that time such things are to be happen. So my last, that is saying here, in the case of amalgamation of partnership firm and the conversion of partnership firm into limited company, is the accounting process is same. So University of Mumbai has given you the chance that amalgamation of partnership firm and the conversion of partnership firm into limited company, the accounting processes are same. The problems are only the names are changed. So and so partnership firm has converted into so and so limited company, and in the amalgamation of partnership firm, so and so partnership firm is amalgamated into another partnership firm. So here, in the amalgamation of partnership firm, both are partnership firms. One is financially sound and another is financially weaker. In the conversion of partnership firm into limited company, the partnership firm is converted or sell its business to the existing limited company, and existing limited company is also ready to purchase the business of the partnership firm. So this is the accounting treatment. Directly, I am not discussing the other things in detail because you are already knowing in the partnership, amalgamation of partnership topic and conversion of partnership firm into limited company. So in the next period from Monday, I will take the financial accounting, that accountancy and financial management, and we stop some days to the management accounting. So one by one, if you are having the links, then the problem is to be completed very fast. You are having the link as well as you understood the procedure, you understood the accounting treatment. As like in the management accounting now, everybody is very expert for making the vertical form of income statement and vertical form of balance sheet. So practice makes man perfect. So you may also knowing what are the different main headings of the income statement and what are the main headings in the vertical form of balance sheet. So everything, if you are knowing, then ultimately whether it is any type of topic in the management, analysis of financial statement, conversion of P&L account into vertical form, conversion of balance sheet into vertical form, then trend analysis, comparative statement, common size statement, ratio analysis. So all the topics in that we are converting the income statement into vertical form. The balance sheet ratios we have completed, but we are not till started the ratios of income statement. So after the conversion of partnership firm, next week is for conversion of partnership firm, and then we can start the management accounting ratios of income statement. So gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating ratio, these ratios are there, and that is very simple. Only formulas are to be kept in mind, and then all the procedures in the management accounting for conversion of income statement and balance sheet are the same. So with this, I am now stopping here, and every time I am giving some hints, giving some important instructions that online examination is there for the semester third. So whatever may be the topics we have completed, on the topic itself, we are taken the problems, but on the basis of it, I have made some multi choice question. MCQs are prepared by me, but the practical accounting must be in the multiple choice questions. Some small examples are given, some important objective questions are to be make ready by me. So on the basis of accounting problems, amalgamation, then final accounts. This is now conversion. Next topic of the financial accounting is again that is a piecemeal distribution, that is also relates with the dissolution of partnership firm. So all the things we are made very clear, and I think you have already taken identity card and borrow card from the library. Are you all taken it?
Yes, sir.
लायब्ररी कार्ड घेतले का? आयडेंटिटी कार्ड लायब्ररी कार्ड मिळाले का?
हो, सर.
हो, तर पुस्तकं घ्यायला सुरुवात करा आणि प्रत्येक पुस्तकाच्या मागे जे काही ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन्स दिलेले आहेत त्यांचा एवढा अभ्यास करायचा आणि आपले प्रॉब्लेम तर आहेतच, त्या प्रॉब्लेम मधल्या सुद्धा बेसिक थिंग्स तुम्हाला लक्षात ठेवता येतील. व्हॉट इज ओन कॅपिटल, व्हॉट इज बॉरोड कॅपिटल, what is total capital employed, what is gross profit, what is net sales, what is cost of sales, what are the operating expenses, what are the income net profit before tax, what is the income before interest, what is the income before tax. So everything we can study very well, solve the problems, keep it in mind, and whatever may be the MCQs are to be asked in the question, within a chutki, you can solve it. To know that much, we can say difficulties are there, but detailed study is required. Deep study is required. नाही तर चुटकीमध्ये करता येईल म्हणणार, मग चुटकी वाजवणार, एखाद्याची नाही वाजली की संपला विषय. So that type of things are also there. So from today only you start for the study. At the end of the every book, set publications books, Manali publication books are there. So follow these books, and whatever may be the objective type of multi-choice questions are given. Optionable A, B, C, D option असणारे प्रश्न करा. बाकीचे fill in the blanks, match the following, ट्रू ऑर फॉल्स, हे सगळे त्याच्यातलेच आहेत समजा, पण त्याच्या भानगडीत पडू नका, वेळ वाया घालवू नका. जे MCQs मल्टी चॉईस क्वेश्चन आहेत, एक क्वेश्चन असेल त्याला 4 ऑप्शन असतील, त्या 4 ऑप्शन मधला एकच बरोबर असेल, बाकीचे 3 चुकीचे असतील. म्हणजे डिटेल स्टडी झाला, डिटेल आपल्याला अंडरस्टँडिंग झालं तर आपण हे चांगल्या पद्धतीने करू शकतो. त्यामुळं सगळ्यांनी तयारीला लागा. पिरियडला आता मोठ्या प्रमाणात येत चला, कारण परीक्षा जशी जवळ येते तसं इम्पॉर्टंट माझ्या तोंडातून निघू शकतं ऑटोमॅटिकली. दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट म्हटलं की तुम्ही तुमच्या नोटबुकमध्ये किती स्टार मारायचे ते तुम्ही मारा. दॅट इज द इम्पॉर्टंट VIP, VVVVIP. Okay, now we can stop here. Bye.